No, I'm making a recession predictor in my mini Python mini project. The algorithm used here is recurrent neural network long short-term memory. So in the first one I imported pandas. Pandas can be used to manipulate list and gives us many methods that makes our work and computation easier. Here I have imported the our recession dataset, and these are the five records of the recession dataset that we had fetched from the FRED API, Federal Reserve API of United States, that gives us the economic information, the data, and these are the first five records of our dataset. Now, uh, now in this uh, code snippet, uh, the dot reset underscore index makes the value in index as a column. We have to do this because we have to label it as 0 or 1, 0 for the recession when it was not there, and 1 where the recession had come at that time frame. So these are the uh, vertical, uh, the data set that we had, that we you know transposed it vertically, and the data set, using the dataset and matplotlib, we created a graph that shows us, one is for the time period where recession was there, and 0 is for the time period where recession was not there. This is probably 2020, and this is about 1990s. And over here I have used a min-max scalar method to uh, you know to make all the hyperparameters range between 0 and 1 and not exceed it. And again, here we are making it vertical so that matrix multiplication after when we compute for when we use that algorithm becomes easier, becomes feasible. These are all the datas that we had printed. As it is a time series data, the data should be sorted with respect to dates. Secondly, cross-validation and random seed works in regression or classification problem, but in case of time series, we take sorted some amount of data as trained and other as tested data. So it is different than we what we used to do in usual data sets. So here we separate training and testing data, 65% for training data and the rest for the testing data. 511 records for training and 276 records for testing. And here are our training data and the testing data. And here we have done data pre-processing. Here just the logic is, we will consider, let's say, 5 rows, and then we will predict the sixth and seventh, whether there would be recession or not, after computing the you know after making a model for that phi, for that particular phi values. So likewise we can predict for, let's say, if the data is till 2020, then we can predict till 20, probably 1 month after 2020, that is forecasting. uh, Here, as I told you, the X-Train consists of 100 features and 440 records. and Y10 consists of 440 records. Similarly, Xtest consists of 70 features and 205 records, and Y-test consists of 205 records as the data collected on 1 March 2021. These are the matrix sizes, the list size. Here we are again reshaping it because uh, to multiply a matrix and to perform matrix operations, we'll have to keep the data vertical and not horizontal. Now we here import TensorFlow and our algorithm, our model starts to get trained in this uh, imported libraries from TensorFlow, methods from TensorFlow. These are the model summary. Total parameters trained were about 51,000. So now we start the training. These are the training done. We have considered just 100 epochs because of shortage of data. Though data is much, but to forecast it, data is can be considered as less. Now here we predict our output using the tactic that I told you earlier. We consider some records and then predict its future records, 2 to 3 records ahead of it, and then check for the errors and trans transform back to original to find out RMSE performance. RMS means root mean square error. Root mean square error defines how good our model has been trained. It's like accuracy. So our RMSE is 0.149, it is quite well. So here the green and orange are actually the predicted ones, and the blue are actually the data, the graph that is from the original data set, which is true, and the green and orange graph is the predicted ones. So it though it looks quite accurate right now, we will plot just the green and blue and forecast it later. So now here in this code snippets, we are taking the next 100. We are predicting, forecasting about the next 100 days. These are the predicted ones.